It's early morning at the Lost Dutchman State Park, and I'm going to try to hike what's called the Flatiron mountain. Somewhere up there will be the top. The trail is pretty easy for about a mile or so, then it gets really steep for a mile. It said it climbs 2,000 feet in 1 mile, and probably somewhere up through the canyon there in the middle of the two mountains. It says I have 3 miles to go, or 3 miles to the Flatiron. So it's getting warm already. I'm gonna get started and just see what I can do. I'm not gonna push it today. I'm gonna try to do Humphreys Peak tomorrow morning. So I'm gonna take this one easy and just go as far as I feel comfortable. Just take in the views and then turn around. So far pretty easy, although I am sweating already. It's pretty hot, but this is Arizona in July. See, the trail is gonna go up there into that canyon and then head up, and then I think the peak is around there. All right, so far it's nice. It's nice to see these saguaro cactuses again. I don't think they have too big of a range of where they grow. There's a few people ahead of me already. See where they end up going. It's been rockier now, and yeah, getting a little steeper too. It's probably going to be steeper than this in a little bit. I'll take a break once I get a little further, get some water, and then see what time it is and just see what I can do. I don't have much time today, but I'll get in what I can. If I don't end up making it to the top, it's no big deal. I gotta save my legs for tomorrow. Yeah, I'm basically in the canyon now. It's getting steeper with some easier sections like right here, but once you get up there, it's gonna get really steep up to the top up there. I've come a decent ways up already. I'm in the canyon now. There was an area on the map called the Basin. The elevation was 3,000 feet. Maybe that's up there. This is a neat area here. Basically solid rock other than a few little bits of erosion, but this is cool. Yeah, getting some elevation in here. I don't know if I'm at this basin yet or not. It may be at the top of this part. So I'm gonna get going here. Basically climbing up the rock side. It is a little bit slippery, I can tell. Just don't have 100% traction. Well, I'm pretty high up in the canyon now. It's been really steep. Just basically climbing up. It's not a hike, it's a climb basically. A little bit of a hike here and there. But the views are getting pretty nice. I'm hoping about 500 more feet to go, but it could be more than that. It's a cool rock formation there. Just kind of balancing itself. That's pretty neat. I guess that's gonna fall someday. There's Apache Junction and Gilbert, and then further off in the distance, Phoenix. Oh, these views are pretty nice here. This is Four Peaks Mountains there. And over there are the canals. So we were just up on top of there yesterday. I don't remember being able to really pick this out. I'm sure we saw it, but there's a lot of mountains in the area, so it's hard to know what's what. But yeah, there are the canals there. Out in this direction, the mountains by Tucson. It's like a few golf courses over there, but the suburbs basically end. You can see pretty far here. This is a big hunk of Arizona that I'm looking at. Back to the Phoenix area. Take a little break up here. It's nice. See what time it is. Film a little bit more, and then just start making my way back down. Okay, I just looked at my phone. It was 7:03. I left around 4:50 or 5. I'm not sure exactly what time I started. It may have been closer to 5 or even 5:10 or 5:15, but and then I was up here for about 5 minutes before I actually checked the phone. So I think about an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours, let's say, to get up. So I'll try to beat that on the way down, but very carefully, of course. Yeah, this is a pretty cool view of the Phoenix area. Really nice up here. It's still cold, but the sun is getting hotter. Okay, I'm back in the canyon now. That is actually the Flatiron. So that's off to the right of the canyon, and the trail crest was up there, and then I went up in that direction, which was the actual high point. So I'm gonna keep moving, take my time. I passed through the hardest section already, and I have to get way back down there, back to the trail. Okay, I should be about halfway down through the canyon, give or take a little bit. So that point on the top there is 4,800 feet. And I was kind of right in the middle of the trail crest there. And I've just been slowly making my way down, following, well, you're basically just right in the creek bed, dry creek. Following where the water goes. And pretty often there's white and blue dots and arrows here and there, so if you ever do have a question of where to go, you shouldn't get off trail too far. You can find those things pretty easily. Just a little bit of water left in that pool there. This is a really cool spot here. Just worn away rock. It came down from through there. But the sun's starting to come up a little higher. It's getting into the canyon more. Yeah, this spot's really neat. It'd be nice to see this when it's at least somewhat full of water, but it's just be coming down everywhere here. Okay, gonna get going again, almost back. Okay, I'm starting to get out of the canyon now. So there's the Flatiron on the right. That's another high point there, but that's not where the summit was. It was actually behind there. Maybe even a little bit off to the left, but I think basically straight behind that was the actual high point of this mountain. So I'm gonna keep the camera out now. There's that flat section I was just in with the water. That's a really neat spot. Maybe that's what they call the basin. And so it's from, if that is, from there to the top is 1,860 feet. Cool. Trail's gotten easier. And it's a trail now. It's not just following the creek bed anymore. Apache Junction just down there. I just have to head down to the base a little bit more, then head off to the right. Maybe about a mile and a half left, give or take. Yeah, a few more sections like this, but the trail for the most part is easier. Pretty soon I'll actually be out of the national forest and back into the state park. And then it's just a pretty short hike back to the parking lot from there. Okay, well this was good. So round trip, I guess a little bit over 6 miles. I'll have to figure that out if I can, because I did go to the high point and then I was basically on the Flatiron too, just a little bit lower than the actual summit of it. And a little bit over 3,000 feet of elevation gain. Alright, so that's it from Lost Dutchman State Park and the Flatiron Siphon Draw Trail hike. Okay, one last look. There's the high point up there that I was at. And then that's the Flatiron. Couldn't see it from back there.